Hey, welcome to Three Guys, One Movie. Me and Zach saw Thoroughbreds. Mitch hasn't seen it, but he's still here, so it's still Three Guys, One Movie. He might chip in the odd comment. But Zach, what'd you think of Thoroughbreds?
So far it's my favorite movie of the year. It's great. It's a very dark comedy, which right up my alley. I love really, really dark shit. It reminds me a lot of I know it gets compared to like
It's
American
usually
Psycho.
Heathers and American Psycho are the two that I keep hearing.
I still haven't seen Heathers, but I definitely got a lot of vibes of like American Psycho, which is great.
Well, the commentary that it makes about everyone having the ability to be a psychopath, like it's not just a specific thing, is very But I actually I guess the one to me, just with all the bunch of movies that I've watched, the closest things that I actually found it related to is Excision specifically.
Yes.
Which I know is not a super popular movie, but the way the dialogue's written was very, very similar in the way the one-liners are delivered, with just this total deadpan, almost Napoleon Dynamite-esque if it was really twisted with how flat people deliver lines in it.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. Mm-hmm. Specifically, I want to give Olivia quick credit because she is supposed to show no emotion the whole movie, and she kills it doing that.
Absolutely. She's great.
Like, her character archetype is literally someone with no emotion, and every time she says something, it's funny, because it's so deadpan delivery.
Yeah.
Like, that conversation when she's trying to explain to the guy they're trying to convince to kill her dad is the funniest thing, because she's just, I'm gonna crash my car driving on these windy fucking roads. I believe in you. Like, just the way she says shit is just what makes her character so good.
Even just like, I always like think of the one scene where she, after they've kind of discussed about her killing her stepdad. Yeah. At first she's kind of like, no, I don't want to do it, and then when she goes to her place to talk about it, there's that scene where she goes to her house and it's her and her mom, and they're standing at like the back door, and it's, what is she doing? And it's just a shot of her just
staring at the plants.
up, and it's just
looking out into nothingness.
I don't know.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people too. Like I've been reading a bunch of reviews of this movie, and I feel like a lot of people are giving Olivia Cooke a lot of credit for it, and like she's great and everything. But I've seen the movie a bunch of times, and each time I watch it, I'm more impressed with Anya Taylor-Joy in this movie than anything.
She's great.
Because there's so much subtlety to her performance in this movie that you don't realize while you're watching, because this movie kind of, it's almost like watching a magic trick with the way they pull this movie off, in the sense that you think you're watching a movie about one thing where it's about one character, and then at the last second with Lily's, which is Anya Taylor-Joy's character, her last line that she delivers is kind of that point when they like drop the curtain and are like, ta-da, and you realize the whole time they were playing a trick on you. Yeah. And it's like, holy shit, it was actually her the whole time who's the fucking nutty one. And they made you think the other one was, right? And I loved that they did that. Like, there's this total, it does its diversion in a way that very few movies can pull off. Mm-hmm. And you don't even realize it's happening. Like, it's so tightly written in that sense, and it's such a simple movie. Yeah. Like, for anyone who doesn't know what the movie about, it's literally just about two girls who used to be friends. The one girl's on trial for animal cruelty charges because she killed her horse, and her friend, who found out that she did that, asks her to help her kill her dad. Because she's like, obviously you're cool with death and all that stuff, let's kill my abusive stepdad, who, ironically enough, isn't actually that abusive, which kind of comes into some of the subtext with the movie being a commentary on, like, just being a privileged white girl, pretty much. Yeah, absolutely. And, like, not realizing how good you have it, and making this big deal out of your dad sending you to boarding school, so you're gonna kill your fucking dad. Yeah. Like, the movie literally just jumps the shark that hard, that it's, like, it's so interesting the way they handle all those subjects, and nothing in this movie felt, like, cheesy at all. No, not at all. Like, everything about it was very smart, and there's a lot of really clever dialogue.
And, nothing felt unnecessary. Over the top.
Well, it's 90 minutes. Yeah. It's a real lean 90 minutes
to the point.
On the dot. And it doesn't need to be a minute longer or a minute shorter. Mm-hmm. They get everything across that they need to get across. And, like, in my opinion, there's not a single shot in this movie that runs too long or too short or anything like that. And there's so many really nice long takes, too.
Yeah. Well, I guess kind of going into this now, let's talk. One of my favorite parts of this film is the sound.
Yes.
Sound design.
Yeah. This movie has an incredibly unique soundscape. Yes. Everything is mixed very loud, like all the sound effects, in terms of like someone eating, you'll hear the fork just scraping on the plate and whatever.
And one of the
Even the soundtrack
Yeah.
is this weird percussive Birdman-esque
Yeah.
thing with like weird like screeching strings over the background of it and whatever. And
two scenes stand out in specifically to me in terms of the soundscape. One we'll get into maybe like a bit later, but there's a scene where she's her mom is telling her they're sending her to boarding school, and there's this like tap.
Oh yeah, and then they reveal that it's her pen. You think it's like a drum beat at first, yeah. It's
her tapping the pen, like. And I guess, fuck it, we'll get into it now, but the final scene where she kills her stepdad. Everything.
That scene's amazing.
It's shot, how it's edited,
it's like a 3 or 4 minute just zoom. Yeah. That's all it is. It's just a zoom.
And there's a noise that keeps going through, with her stepdad.
Oh, the machine.
That's kind of, that's played throughout the film. And then all of a sudden, just that moment where it's just a static shot of, oh my god, what's her character's name? Amanda. Yeah. When she's asleep on the couch, and it's just this constant noise, and it's just like this subtle zoom in, and then all of a sudden that noise stops upstairs. And then she comes downstairs, and her hands are just kind of like covered in blood.
Well, that's what I love. It's not graphic. There's really no on-screen violence. Even the horse, like they talk about the horse being killed and all this stuff, and you never actually see it.
The only on-screen violence is when Anton Yelchin gets hit on the head with a lamp. And
that's played for laughs.
Yeah.
All the serious violence is done off-screen. And it's done purely with sound design, which is really impressive. Also, I guess let's mention Anton Yelchin, because his character's hilarious.
He's great.
Every interaction he has with these two girls is so funny. Specifically that exchange in the car when they're trying to explain to him what they want him to do.
Yeah.
With that whole, what, you packing a fucking spork? Like, that whole conversation is gold.
Well, his whole introduction when he's at the party, trying to sell him drugs. And, like, he's great.
It's really sad that this is, like, the last movie we're going to see him in. Because he's such a talented dude.
He was. He really, really was. Honestly, one of his best performances, I'd say.
No, this is one of my favorite. This and Green Room are, like, two of my favorite performances that he has.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I guess, like, wrapping it up, I think we both really, really highly recommend this movie. Like, I guess we'll do numbers in a second. I'll just say this movie's going to be pretty much impossible to be topped this year because I'm kind of low-key obsessed with it. I went and saw it 5 different times. And I just, like, I want to go see it again, but it's not in theaters anymore because it only had a 2-week theatrical run here in Toronto. But still, I love this movie, and I think it's literally the closest thing to a perfect movie I've seen in a really long time. So I'm just full-blown 10.
Yeah.
Like, no question about it.
Yeah, like, it's been a good while since I've seen a movie I've enjoyed this much. I don't really know what else is coming out this year, so I don't know if it'll get topped. I'm keeping my eyes open for what's coming out, but no, like, this movie is, I don't know if I call it necessarily perfect, but this movie is really, really, really good. Yeah.
What's your number?
Oh, 10. Yeah, no, it's not perfect, but I just, for both seeing it both times and coming out with something new each time, I would give it a 10.
Okay. So, definitely a big recommendation from us. We'll make Mitch watch it at some point. Yeah. Follow us all on Twitter down below. Link, Letterboxd, all that. We'll link it. And leave us any recommendations for other movies we should review soon. We'll try to get around to it. Catch you later.